You're far too kind. You're far too kind. Oh, please, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Okay. Welcome to the Ballistic Report. I am your talented host, Ike Moore, and this is the show where we break down pop culture. Now, before we get started on anything, I want to say thank you. Last week, I unleashed the first edition of the Ballistic Report to the world, and already it has gotten over 100 views, and that surprised me. I wasn't expecting that much of a positive response, and your feedback so far has been very positive, which I appreciate. Keep in mind, this is a new show. We got plenty of ways to grow, but so far the positive energy has motivated me, and if you guys keep giving it to me, I'll keep giving you positive content right back. Speaking of positive content, let's start the show with talking about... Oh, come on, I didn't even say anything yet. Okay, calm down. I won't spend too much time talking about it, but it was recently announced that Kim Kardashian and Kanye are expecting another child. They don't know if it's going to be a boy or girl. We don't even know if it'll be named Southwest. Corny joke. I just find it positive that they've been laid back. We haven't heard any crazy rumors going on. They seem to be laid back, enjoying their love for each other. And that's what you want in a Hollywood couple. Some positivity. No name calling. Now, can we talk about this pair? See, I know my audience. I know my audience. Now, surprisingly, People magazine made the announcement that the 2015 BET Awards will be hosted by none other than Anthony Anderson and Tracee Ellis Ross from the popular show Blackish. Now, am I in love with this choice? Not exactly. I like this choice a lot. Let me tell you, I love these two together. If you haven't seen Blackish yet, do me a favor. Go on Hulu or somewhere, watch the first season, and then come back in September to watch the second season, because it's really a funny show. The whole cast is funny in there, especially the children. But I was surprised, really, because usually BET tries to get bigger names to host their award show, but I guess it was coming down to the wire. They normally announce this in May, like the middle of May, and obviously it's June now, so they were really late announcing this news. So I like the choice. I don't know if they'll be the greatest host of all time, but I'm sure we'll get entertaining moments with them. As far as the show itself, BET Awards, I don't know what to say. I'll get into more about it when I do my BET Awards preview and review coming up later this month. But basically, it's still a good show. It still provides a good show, but I don't know about the network itself. The network seems to be on its last legs, but we'll see how it goes. So be on the lookout for my BET Awards preview June 27th and my BET Awards review June 28th, right after the show goes off the air. So let me tell you guys a story. Last week I uploaded the first edition of the Ballistic Report to the world, and here I am thinking I just dominated YouTube. No one can ever touch me. And then over the next few days I see that not only did Stephen Colbert upload his own YouTube video, he got himself a website, a new Twitter account, a new podcast, and here I am thinking, hey man, you're stealing my thunder. But no, in all seriousness, I'm excited for Steven. For those who don't know, he has taken over David Letterman's spot at The Late Show, and I couldn't be more happy for him. Like I said about Trevor Noah last week, obviously it's going to be rocky. It's the first few months, but this guy's been on Comedy Central for 10 years, so I'm sure he knows what he's doing. You give him the opportunity, and he will grab it. So September 8th, Steven, I will be there. Just stay off the internet, okay? That's my arena. In movie news, Marlon Wayans recently announced that he will do his own version of 50 Shades of Grey, entitled 50 Shades of Black. Yes, that's right, you heard me correctly. 50 Shades of Black, which will be released next January. Now, when asked about it, Marlon pretty much described his version of Christian Grey as a guy who is shady and a bad lover. So you can already imagine this is going to be a crazy film. As far as what I think about it, I'm excited. Marlon is my second favorite Wayans, the first being obviously Damon. So I've always found him funny. So this movie should definitely be entertaining. Now, as far as how it will do in the box office, that's a little shaky because people don't really like spoof movies nowadays. But I have big hopes for this. I liked his previous spoof movies, A Haunted House and A Haunted House 2, which if you haven't seen those movies, I guarantee you will find something funny in them. So I'm very excited about it. We'll see how it goes. And listen, I'm all for making fun of 50 Shades of Grey, because if you saw the original movie, that movie definitely deserves a good parody. And finally, I want to talk about this story. So for those who don't know, a new vacation movie is coming out. A lot of you remember the old Chevy Chase vacation movies. Well, they're doing another one. And I want to stress, this is not a remake. This is a continuation. It follows Rusty Griswold, now grown up with a family, and they are being taken to Wally World as it will be closed forever. So it looks very funny from the previews I've seen. I know a lot of people didn't like them. They say it messes up the formula. But I've always said that if you're going to do this movie in 2015, it can't be anything less than from the movies before. It has to step up the game. Even Chevy Chase, I heard, makes an appearance, so that should be some good nostalgia for you. Chris Hemsworth is also in this film. A lot of you guys know him as Thor, and it'll be good to see him rust off those comedy chops. We don't really see him as funny as in Thor, so it'll be interesting to see how he plays with it. So don't worry about this film. It comes out July 29th. I'll do a review on it. I'll tell you if it's worth seeing or not, but keep an open mind. And that will do it for another edition of the Ballistic Report. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode. Now, if you want to follow me on Twitter, you know what to do. Follow me at IkeMoore2150, on Instagram under The Ballistic Report, and on Facebook simply at Ike Moore. If you have any comments on the stories I talked about today, leave it in the comments section below. And until next week, I've been your talented host Ike Moore, reminding you that it's okay to be ballistic as long as it's done responsibly. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.